I'm a nation female dating coach who helps good guys find dates. Ask me anything. Interesting. What is the most common issue you see with your clients? An extreme lack of confidence along with mindset, internal struggles, barriers, self-doubt, self-sabotaging, overthinking, etc. What are some common examples of internal struggles and barriers that your clients have? Just trying to get a better understand of the mindset. Overthinking, specifically, thinking too much on what the other person thinks, the outcomes, the potential for rejection, etc. and self-sabotaging. For instance, no way she would like me, or I'm not good enough, I should stop trying, are the top 2. In your experience, what has a higher chance of success? Opposites attract or two birds of a feather flock together? Has this changed within different generations? That is millennials vs Gen Z. I used to say opposite attract, then attack haha. If two people are completely opposite, it's their high attraction towards each other that keeps them together, but I do not hear as much easy harmony happening. It's not typically an easy road. Definitely, a high chance of success is when couples share similar beliefs, values, and lifestyle. The top qualities that makes a couple long-lasting: adaptability and understanding. Met a girl online that seems really cool, and when we talk it seems like she's enjoying the conversations we have, but I notice she won't message me unless I message her. Been about a week of light convo, and we get along fine, and still seems to go well when we talk, and I know it could be her being busy, but I'm worried. See, insecure. She's just too nice to tell me off. Is there any way for me to ask why without seeming insecure? Have you met? If not, ask to meet and see. If she agrees and meets you, then see where it goes from there. If she plays it off, then she's most likely not interested. What if you're on a date and you both just don't have anything to talk about with each other, so the conversation is just awkward and silent, and you're trying really hard to come up and say something, well, anything, but you just don't have anything to say, and for a brief moment of time you do get a passing thought, but nope, it was just that funny meme you remembered. Oh wait, maybe I can tell her the funny meme, but then you forget it's a Game of Thrones meme, and she never watched Game of Thrones, so now you're stuck awkwardly back to square one, except you've wasted an entire minute in silence. What do you do then? Say what's really on your mind, and own that it's random thought, but I just thought of this meme. Are you into memes? Random question. I just thought of how I had to grocery shop later. How do you eat during the week? Meal prep. If she doesn't look like she's having a good time, it's okay to say I just wanted to check in. How are you doing? Are you having a good time? Oh, just cause you're quiet. Some people really enjoy silence and are quiet, haha, so it's helpful to know. You're the pro, so I'll take the advice, but asking are you having a good time when things are awkward screams insecurity to me. If you ask all the time, yes, that's awkward. But asking once shows you're observant and you care. You're not saying, do you even like me? Am I doing something wrong? Now that may scream insecurity. If she's not having a good time, you're allowing her the opportunity to express that and not waste any more of your own time. It can be painful, but short-term pain for long-term gain. When people say just be confident, it can feel vague. It does have an underlying important message for dating success though, and that is being your authentic self. Being your full, unapologetic, strengths and all, self. Allowing yourself to have fun, stating your opinions, not being scared to challenge the other person. Authenticity is when you don't seek approval from others, and you accept yourself, fully. When you're able to do that, the right dates will come, while repelling those who aren't right. And you have fun in the process, because you're being yourself. I hope that helps. Close bracket. I would also respectfully add to this, that there is a distinction between just being yourself, and being the best version of yourself. Nobody has to drastically upend their personality, in order to find someone, but everyone should be trying to put themselves in a position where their good qualities shine over their bad ones. Yes. I love this. We're all working on ourselves every day. All we can do is be the best versions of ourselves and work towards being who we want to be. Best place to find a suitable match in real life that's not online dating? Honestly, anywhere, really. Haha. But it's about going to public locations that are suitable for you and what you're looking for. For example, grocery stores and bookstores has been great locations for my clients. When I say grocery stores, there are so many to select from. So my healthy fit clients go to Whole Foods, etc. They start talking to ladies there. Bookstores, talking about books, etc. It's great. Although I'm currently in a relationship, I'd like to ask a question that relates to my experiences. I understand that women play an important role in dating by vetting potential partners, but I've also been on too many dates that have felt more like job interviews. Sometimes I feel on a date that counterintuitively this keeps me from figuring out if there is actually any chemistry. I usually just disengage a little when I get the vibe that things are a little too corporate. It is frustrating because I want to communicate that the date isn't fun, but I also want to tell the person I'm dating that I really want to get to know them better on a deeper personal level. But what happens is that I just kinda get less verbal as the date goes on because I'm not enjoying myself, and I actually end up not giving a good impression. So I'm dissatisfied because I didn't test chemistry and they are disappointed because I came off as aloof. So how can I control the conversation better? It's not much about the conversation, more about the environment. Be at a place that is casual and comfortable, or do something that is fun, and you can converse about getting to know each other on a deeper level still. For example, something as simple, grabbing coffee, not sitting down, but then walking around the area and exploring, walking, talking, randomly pointing out observations, adds lightness and fun to the situation while you're getting to know each other. Mini golf is pretty fun too. Can you please explain the etiquette of meeting someone online? Is the first meeting a date? Online can mean several things, Facebook, or online dating sites. Social media, build rapport, express interest, and using specifically the word date, or take you out, to show you want to date them. Hangouts are hangouts. Online dating. First meeting is a date. People are online dating to specifically date. There aren't questions with that. From what I've read, eHarmony and other sites owned by the same company use some rather unethical strategies to keep their male users to spend money, such as creating a ton of false accounts, displaying dead/inactive accounts to give an illusion of popularity, or have employees pretend to be users just so those members renew their subscription or whatever. As their former employee, how do you feel about that? Also, aside from the somewhat generic traits like confidence, kindness, or humor, what would you say are the most important personality traits to Western/European women? I don't agree with it, and am aware it happens, so communicate it to my clients. There's a reason why I'm not there anymore. Courageous and compassionate, alongside confidence, as you know. Then, a sense of drive or ambition, desire of more for the future. Unfortunately, yes, it's like feeling slapped every day multiple times. In general, always checking in with own mindset, not allowing a nap take you down so low, only limiting your time on it, taking a break when you need it, and when you come back, seeing what you can do differently and try again. Seeing how things can go right instead of I hate this will be another dumpster fire. And always remembering, only you can reject yourself. Feel good about who you are, build that, and don't let people you don't know damage your own self-worth. How do you know someone is a good guy? Do you ever encounter guys with toxic qualities that you have to help them address? I get to know who they are internally, how they look at life, how they approach certain situations and people in their life. There are definitely people who proclaim to have good intentions or even a gentleman when they are not. Everyone's definition of it is different, but to me in my work, it's about how they perceive others, their own view of how to treat others, level of awareness, and such. Hey, thank you for being here and doing this. When I started putting myself out there to date more, I noticed a disparity between the amount American men and women decide to make the first move. What do you think about this, and do you think it impacts dating culture in a significant way? Thanks again for being here. It stems from the old-fashioned way of a man courting a woman. I don't think it impacts dating culture, because at the end of the day, it's about the person. A bold woman who isn't afraid to initiate will do it. A man who isn't afraid to will do it. Yes, I will say though, it's tough if a man is incredibly shy and never makes the move, because most women still want to be approached and chased though. How do you vet people for good intentions? Every man who's ever been on a date claims to have good intentions. I get to know who they are internally, how they look at life, how they approach certain situations and people in their life. There are definitely people who proclaim to have good intentions or even a gentleman when they are not. Everyone's definition of it is different, but to me in my work, it's about how they perceive others, their own view of how to treat others, level of awareness, and such. Hello. What is your opinion on long distance relationship? How can a couple make it work? THX. It can definitely work, as long as the two understand each other on what the other needs, to feel connected and loved, having plans to see each other next, while also being clear on what the goal of this relationship is. When will this long distance end? I'm currently seeing a girl who just got out of a long-term relationship. She doesn't want to put labels on anything and wants to stay somewhat distant, but at the same time still wants to see me every other day, go on dates, etc. Should I stick around until she's ready for a relationship again, or should I stop wasting my time? I'd have an honest conversation with her about what she is looking for and wants from you. If she's not ready for the labels, what would it take to get her there? Also have boundaries for yourself. Only treat her a girlfriend if she's an actual girlfriend. And if she's wanting all of this attention without that label, you can state I'm not as comfortable because we're not in a relationship. She can't have you as a boyfriend with all the perks and doesn't call you one. So what are your thoughts on poor pickup artists and their strategy of getting girls? For example, books such as The Mystery Method or teachings from Richard Laruna. I don't align with it. I don't promote being someone you're not to get the girl, spitting out one-liners and filling a void. Nothing against them though, because that definitely works for certain type of men. I help men who want more of a long-term healthy relationship, and getting the girls through the poor method doesn't set a good foundation. What is the fine dividing line between being yourself and just being one-sided? For instance, accepting and owning yourself is a great way to attract a significant other, but relationships take work, sacrifice and compromise between partners together. Obviously communicating is a huge key to it, but what is a self-red flag that you might need to look inward to solve a relationship problem? I'd think a self-red flag pops up when you understand where the problem is rooted from. Is it really them, or is it you very well blowing it all up? It's found best when there is understanding of the partner. I love Kristen Bell's and her husband example. I think it's on Ellen's show, where he'd always get so angry for her leaving the cabinet's door open, and he'd shout at her for it. But then he realized it's his problem because he doesn't like it. She's fine. So either he tries to change her, and is that really necessary? Not really. Or he changes his own mindset and weight he puts on that for some reason. Especially because she's not intentionally trying to cause him harm. What do your parents and the rest of your family think about your career path? Honestly, they don't like it and will find any opportunity to slide into. You should get a real job, haha. It's a topic that isn't brought up. It's mostly my parents and elders. The younger generation of my family, of course, are extremely supportive. Aren't the parents in a lot of Asian cultures the matchmakers, so to speak for their children? I would think that your job could be explained as a necessary product in that frame of thinking. Yes. So if they were to explain it to others, they'd say it's like matchmaking. They understand what I'm doing, but can't completely grasp the whole concept because I'm coaching. They think, can't you just put a body in front of someone and all problems are solved? When that's not necessarily the case, haha. It's like how they don't believe in therapy. So when I was training and was a therapist, they found it strange because they truly believe there's no such thing as internal obstacles and to get help in that. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that I can afford to feed my cat. Thanks.